Hi there, it's Anita here from Astrology School. Welcome to week one of part two. And if you have watched you haven't watched the previous videos, then please go back because this is part two. And today we're focusing on friends, health, children, siblings, and real estate house. So, just a reminder again, as I want to give you the best outcome, I wanted to remind and encourage you to make the most of this community. So, introduce yourself, share three things about yourself in the community, where you're from, why you're attracted to this course, some of the wins, and probably the fourth one is what areas that you want to improve on. This community page is a space for learning, connecting, and growing together. My promise to you is to deliver the best course possible, and the more you share, the better I can cater to your needs. Another thing that I wanted to share with you guys, as you know, I'm trying to build to 100 members as a target, after which we can meet up an hour each week to do weekly video calls. So, what that means is more FaceTime and more discussions as a group. Um, Thank you for taking part of this journey. This is a passion of mine, and more and more of my friends ask me more about astrology, and I just thought, why not just teach people about this? So what I've covered in the previous video, if you haven't watched it already, please do go back onto week one of part one, where I talk about how personality is your destiny, and I go into the reasons why, and then we go straight into the destiny, travel, happiness, career, wealth, spouse, and parents house. So the reason why we're learning Zi Wei Dou Shu in the Chinese culture is that it is more like a scientific system. It's not mystical mumbo jumbo, and it's been based on your unique energy and the stars in your chart. This isn't fortune telling, it's about understanding your blueprint. So in Zi Wei Dou Shu, it shows you your financial peaks and the perfect timing to take advantage of it, and when to meet the perfect person for you. So it's kind of like a GPS for life, so that you can avoid mistakes, avoid costly mistakes, and unlock opportunities for your destiny. The birth chart, this is the birth chart, and there's a separate video which shows you exactly how to map out your birth chart. These are the two links that I use on a daily basis. And I use it together just to cross check that it is the correct chart. Sometimes Destiny and Luck is a bit funny, I find. iluck7.com is actually pretty good, but it can be very confusing for those who are beginners. So have a play with them, and if you have any questions, just go onto the community page and ask me. So let's get straight into it. So what I'll cover today is basically the second half of the chart, where we go into friends, health court, children's house, siblings house, and lastly the real estate house. So let's dive into the friends palace, so also known as the house for co-workers. So it's good for understanding, um, consciously understanding on how your friends, your social interactions, and leveraging strength and mitigating weaknesses to lead more harmonious life. So this palace shows you all your connections with your peers and colleagues and your social network. It's the area of your chart that uncovers how others perceive you in group dynamics and what kind of friends or co-workers you naturally draw into your life. They're basically, this chart is the personality of your co-workers. So it's important to understand what the people you naturally attract into your life in this house, how supportive or reliable or challenging that they are, whether they can be identified as allies to assist you, and that depends on how, if it's a high quality star or bad quality stars, um, whether these allies can assist you in your personal and professional endeavors, um, and if you do identify it correctly, then you can recognize the potential conflicts early on and manage these relationships more proactively. Um, It also helps you identify who you can rely on in a professional setting in terms of conflict resolution. By understanding the challenging dynamics at times, you can avoid a betrayal or competition. You can prepare yourself emotionally and strategically in that working environment. It reduces unnecessary stress and can guide you to avoiding more the toxic relationships. So in this chart here, in this particular house, your relationships can play a huge role in your emotional well-being. Knowing the energy of friends and palace allows you to focus on cultivating relationships that brings joy, balance, and mutual growth. By understanding the friends palace, you can consciously shape your social interactions, leveraging strengths and mitigating weaknesses. So, in summary, the friendship house is your map to understanding your social dynamics. By interpreting it carefully, you can strengthen your relationships too and navigate challenges wisely. So, the health house. So, with the health house, naturally, it targets, focuses on your body's natural constitution, the areas of potential health challenges, and the energy you bring to managing your health. It's not just about physical illness, it's also reflects on your emotional resilience and how well you handle stress. Now, why is it important to understand your health palace? It's great for identifying potential health risks so you can proactively measure it. For instance, if the palace suggests a weak digestion, you can focus on a balanced diet and gut health. In terms of emotional balance, this palace isn't just physical, it also considers emotional health. So, weak stars in this house could indicate a tendency to internalize stress or face burnout. So, when you know something like that happens, you can prioritize rest and self care. Overall, it shows a holistic approach to how you should handle your health. um, if, for example, the stars suggest that your organs are weak, you might explore tailored treatments or lifestyle adjustments. Instead of fearing potential challenges, you can get more deeper into understanding your health and taking control. The next house is the children's palace. So the children's palace is basically the whether you have the ability to have children, and it could be biological, adopted children, or it can even talk about your pets. So essentially, um, it talks about the types of children that you could uh, bear, basically. In this house, it also gives you insights on your children's personalities and how to understand them and nurture them and mentor them. It also can also identify as niece and nephews too, those that are younger generation. It talks about the emotional bond that you guys would share and the dynamics of your relationships. You can better understand your child's temperament and needs and potential challenges in the relationship so that you can improve on that relationship if that was the case. Children's Palace also is a way of looking at the legacy that you would leave behind beyond your death. So, if you have a good children's house, then what it indicates is that it indicates your future. And for example, if your child is rich, then you could give you insight whether in this lifetime you have the ability to create wealth for your children, for example. In conclusion, the Children's Palace is a window into your role as a nurturer and creator, as a parent, as a mentor, and in shaping in your legacy. It shows you how to guide and connect with the next generation more meaningfully. Siblings house. So the siblings is directly related to your blood sibling or your adoptive siblings, your close friendship groups, and similarly to your teamwork dynamics. So there's a bit of a crossover between siblings and friends. So, for example, if you're reading someone's chart, uh, you would probably prioritize friends with co-workers as uh, in the house here to read the chart, but siblings house may also give you some extra insights too. So there is a bit of a crossover there. So here, yet again, it talks about your relationships with your brother or sister, the family dynamics, and how to collaborate these partnerships in a meaningful way. It can help you navigate conflicts, uh, work out whether you have a harmonious relationship, a close relationship, or challenges which you may have to overcome. For example, if the siblings' house shows tension and rivalry, then this is what I talk about with Zi Wei Dou Shu. It is a great self assessment, self reflection tool. So if you know that there could be possible conflicts, you know, um, you can self reflect and assess, well, okay, well, this makes sense as to why I don't get along with my brother or sister. And in that way, it helps you adjust yourself internally in terms of your spirituality and the way you look at the world. So moving on to real estate luck. So real estate is your ability to build wealth and investments in real estate, and also the type of house or unit or place of residence that you tend to be attracted to, and the or the ability to live in. So sorry, I just noticed there is a mistake here with the caption here, but we can fix that up when I leave this as a PDF later. So going back to the real estate house, it talks about your ability to manage investments and your long-term possessions. It gives you a sense of stability and security in your life, and the environmental factors and the setup in your home. Um, for example, there are some people who are more than likely to live in higher spaces, so therefore they'll probably be in apartments. there might be some people who might live in more luxurious spaces or bigger type of houses. So that is something that this area can show. It also shows you I guess, your connection, your emotional connection to real estate, whether you have any, whether you're fussed or not. That also will show that type of information. Real estate palace is your guide to understanding the stability, security, and property related success in your life. By interpreting it well, you can create a foundation that both supports both your present and your future legacy. So, what have we covered? We talked about friends being very similar, having similar luck to your co-workers' luck. Health is not just focused on physical, but also emotional health and your entire health and well-being holistically. Children luck is also about pets too. Siblings could be adoptive siblings, it could be a bit of your team dynamics at work too. Real estate house is investment and your place of residence. So, with the next video, what we're going to focus on is we start now that we know what each of the houses, dynamics are, then we can start putting some techniques together and start learning about how to read the birth chart. Now, you might be thinking that a birth chart like this you can straightforwardly just read, and that is mostly true, but there are some techniques and guides that I'd like to go through which will make you a better astrologer. Then we go into the major stars. So that if you're into Western astrology, then it would be the equivalent set of say Leo or Aquarius. Those are major stars. And then at some point in the future, we will focus on the smaller stars. But for now, major stars will give you a huge amount of insights on how your birth chart comes together, essentially. So, see you at the next class.